Now I'm going to show you the whistle loop, how we make that. This is what they call an Indian bridle knot, or it could also be called, some people call it a two-strand foot rope knot. Let's get a little closer so we can see what that looks like. And I'll show you how I make that. We'll go ahead and take this one apart. Okay, make sure the two ends meet up. You're going to want to make a loop on the end, probably about 5 inches long. And the way you make this knot is you make an overhand knot. Then take this strand that's coming out on this side, bring it over, loop this one around, kind of like you're making what they call Portuguese sinnet or square knotting. And you take each strand, whichever side it comes out on, and bring it up through the original overhand knot. I'll try and show you a drawing of this by Tom Hall. That'll make it a lot more easy to follow. Just kind of work it into the shape that you want it. That's a good loop for a whistle right there. Make sure that it's laying nice and snug. Tighten that up. Very easy to tie. And this is going to be the loop for the whistle, or pipe. If you're a bosun mate, you want to call it a bosun's pipe. I still call it a whistle. Now we'll show you how to attach this to the braid. I've already taken mine, thrown it around my neck. I know that, well, before you do that, when you lay out your braid here, make sure that it's laid out flat. Like that. You don't want to have it twisted so that when you tie it off down here, you're going to have a kink in your lanyard. That would look very bad. But I know that I need tie it off right here, just from my own measurements around my neck. I'll put a constrictor knot right here. Just to hold it in place for right now. I might cut that, I might not cut it. It depends how it turns out after I add the loop for the whistle or pipe. Now you take your pipe or whistle section here, get your marlin spike, brad awl, whatever you want to use, Poke yourself a hole in there to open it up. Put one strand through there. Take the other strand. Do the same thing on the other side. Try and keep them in the same spot on both sides. It's not that hard to do. You just got to kind of eyeball it and get it in there. Try and keep it from slipping out. That's pretty even right there. Now we've got to figure out the right length for the whistle loop, or pipe loop, whichever you want to call it. I'll show you that now. Now you see that I've got it around my neck. Got it about in the right spot right here. This is where I want it. You want to adjust the whistle or pipe loop down here at the bottom so that the loop will come up here even with the pocket where it will be on a Navy uniform. Usually right about here. You just adjust the loop in there while you've still got it loose. This is about the right length. Because you pull it out, this is what you do. You pull it out of your pocket, you make your pipe, tuck it back in your pocket. That's the way it goes in the uniform. And now I'll show you how to tighten this thing up, fasten it to the neck piece so that it's secure, and you'll be able to do this pretty much from here on out. This seems to be the biggest mystery part of making the lanyard. How to join the pipe loop with the neck piece. And I'll try and clear up that mystery right now. Okay, now we're ready to start securing these things in place. Stretch out your pipe part down here at the bottom. Make sure it stays in between the two parts of the braid and sandwich it in there. And then put a constrictor knot on here to hold it in place. I'm using this bonded nylon, which when you get some of this you'll find out how handy this stuff is. Make sure it's sandwiched right inside the middle there. You tighten it up a little bit, tuck it down in there.